This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm V.
And you're listening to Cringe With Me, the podcast where we dig up the cringiest articles, questions, and tidbits of human culture to review with you, our listeners, so you too can cringe with me.
I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful or maybe terrible.
All right, so this is our first episode of March.
That was the first episode of April. March was last month, my dear. You high? Is that what?
I was trying to read the thing.
Yeah, you're high. Okay, so we're doing this episode high.
I'm not high. not today.
Not today.
So yeah, first episode of April, which means we're reviewing the episodes of March, so we can once again vote on which episode is the cringiest.
Yeah, I think this one was a pretty close draw, unlike last month where there was an obvious winner. Unfortunately for me, there was an obvious winner, and you all agreed.
Oh yeah,
breaking my heart, but I might have a chance this time.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're in the running for sure. In fact, I think the contesting ones are all yours, if I have to guess. But let's go through each one.
Okay.
So you had the first one of March with the cringiest wedding, to attend or not to attend. And then I had the second one, roommate's girlfriend is the Flash, how to be naked on Reddit. Then you had, did you give me an eating disorder or am I just a brat? Bad Reddit parents. Then I had one, which was, what even are real body parts? Reddit secret surgeries.
Which was juicy, let me just say.
Yes. And then our last one was our combo one, where we both found the article, which was the, I don't snoop often, but when I do, I like to wreck marriages, which was an Ask Amy.
That one was so good.
That one was pretty good.
I remember finding it late at night, and I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Yes.
And then you came over and you're like, guess what I found? It's like, I read that one!
All right, so what is your choice? Who do you think was the cringiest this time?
As much as I love the title for I Don't Snoop Often, I feel like the content of the cringiest wedding was just top notch. Like, we were both physically hunched over reading it, like physically cringing.
Yeah.
And it's just like everything that could be wrong about that wedding was wrong about that wedding.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be the top pick for me as well. If for no other reason than the sister planned her wedding for your wedding anniversary.
But that wasn't the problem. There is things that were more important than that.
That might not have been the author's problem, but it's my problem.
It's your problem.
I find that cringy. I find that incredibly insulting.
Yeah, it was a lot. So let us know what you guys think. Listeners, you are in control here.
Yeah, you get to vote.
You get to vote. Either we both actually have an opportunity to win together this time, though. Unlike any other time.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do for any month where it's like 5 weeks instead of 4 weeks, just to make it a little more fair. As much as I hate to be fair with Ryan.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fairness.
But yeah, so it'll be a few months until we find something together, but we could win together, or I might crush him. Those are the options.
Yeah, there's no option. Well, I guess there's an option where I win if someone thinks that that my episodes were actually the cringiest.
We'll see.
So we need to start this week's episode. So this week's episode, I have an article. It is from Reddit. It is from one of my favorites, which is Am I the Asshole? Unfortunately, I went to look up the post today. This was posted yesterday. I looked it up today.
Oh my god.
It has been taken down. It has been removed by the moderators. Unfortunately. But fortunately for you listeners, I remember the contents of this story.
Thankfully we recorded today, or it could have been lost to the nethers.
Yeah, could have been lost to time. But this is Am I the asshole for officially uninviting my mom and sister from my wedding after they hid my fiance's wedding dress to force her to wear the dress they chose for her?
Wait. So the mother and the sister
Yes.
stole the bride's dress
Mm-hmm.
in lieu of a different...
Yes.
Oh.
So, again, I'm going to be reciting this from memory, but I have a pretty distinct memory of what this was about because it was pretty intense.
Okay.
So, the author, he and his fiancée, his soon-to-be wife, very excited about their wedding, been doing wedding planning. The author's mother and sister have been upset with him because the fiancée is not really letting them get involved in the wedding planning. She's kind of doing most of it herself.
Okay.
She's not taking a lot of input from outsiders.
Okay.
I've never planned a wedding personally, but I understand this can be somewhat of a challenging aspect to the wedding planning.
Yeah.
So they were upset that she wasn't involved in the planning. And they also had a lot of ideas about the wedding dress she should wear. But she had said, no, I've already got a wedding dress picked out. It's like my dream wedding dress. This is the wedding dress I want to wear. I'm so excited about it. And the mother and sister were like, no, please, like, take us wedding dress shopping with you, please. So she, to be nice, acquiesced and said, okay, come with me. You can come with me on the wedding dress shopping. I already know what I'm getting. You can come with me. So
That's
she shows
nice.
them, she takes them out with her. She like, so the dress that she had picked out that she loved, and the mother and sister, they didn't like it. They didn't like that wedding dress.
Okay.
So they kept trying to make her try on other wedding dresses, which she did to entertain them. But at the end of the day, she's like, no, the one I want is the one I want. I'm settled on this one. This is it. So she buys the dress,
Okay.
takes it home.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Some number of days later,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's some number of weeks later, she calls her husband, the author, crying, saying she cannot find the wedding dress. It's gone. It's just not anywhere in the house.
That is devastating.
Right? The mom and sister show up sometime after this, hearing about it, with another wedding dress, one of the ones they wanted her to wear, and they're like, hey, we got you a replacement for the one that's gone.
But why wouldn't they replace it with the same one?
Right. So they're like, we want to solve this problem. The author, the soon-to-be husband, is like, this is incredibly suspicious.
All right, so it's the husband posting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the soon-to-be husband, right?
Yeah.
It's his mother and sister. He finds this incredibly suspicious, so he confronts them, and he's like, did you guys take this from us? Did you steal the dress? They denied it. Got very upset, denied it. Eventually, his father brings back the original dress. Because they find video. He has like one of those like Ring doorbells or whatever. Video of the mother and sister coming to the house when they were gone for the day. And he's like, I think this happened. Dad goes, grabs the actual original wedding dress, returns it, and says, hey, I wasn't involved in this episode.
Wasn't me.
And the mom and wife were like, oh, we're sorry. We just really wanted you to wear the dress that we had picked out, and we really wanted to be involved, and we wanted to do this thing. And of course, the son, in a fairly rational fashion, says, that's awful. You stole from us, lied to us, and tried to force your will upon my fiancée of what she's wearing to our wedding. So he uninvites them officially to the wedding. He says, you are not invited to this wedding anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of drama, a lot of breaking down. And now the family, multiple members of the family, are asking him to reconsider whether he should re-invite his mother and sister.
Legitimately, the song wasn't me.
Yeah. So that's the post as I remember it. Is him coming here and being like, am I the asshole for not re-inviting them? Because I'm sticking to my guns so far and I'm not re-inviting them.
Oh my gosh, the spine on this man. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I would not have the courage to do this to my mother and sister, I think. They both terrify me, and I don't think I could do that. I would want to. I would have that same ethical conundrum of saying, wow, you stole from me and lied to me.
Well, let's just say my mom didn't come to my wedding because I'm a freaking bitch.
Well, see, you got the spine. You could actually handle this.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people didn't come. A whole lot of people didn't come to my wedding because I'm a freaking bitch.
Hey, I mean, Nothing wrong with small weddings.
I feel so freaking bad for the bride because I remember what it was like when I was a bride and people would offer to help, but they didn't really want to help. And so I didn't ask for their help because I knew they didn't actually want to help. For example, when I went wedding dress shopping, I went with my uncle, who's not related to me with blood, mostly because I get fat shamed a lot in my family because I have a different, not a super different body type, but different enough. Mostly my gargantuan hips and my very round bubble butt get brought up a whole lot. And so I know that they, a few female members of my family, if they went wedding dress shopping with me, there would be comments about my wide hips, and I'd probably cry because my mom wasn't interested in doing any of that stuff with me. My dad's dead. My grandmother, who was like a mother to me, is dead. So like the people that I wanted to be there were dead. So it was like I was already so emotional. So like the very few times I did get help, it was from people that you wouldn't expect would want to help with something like that. Like the uncle I'm talking about, very traditional Mexican man, little to no emotion ever. And it was just like, you have problems, I will give you money and nothing else.
Right.
So,
I'm going to solve this the way I know how,
yes.
which is I will throw money at the problem.
Yes. Even if I don't necessarily have the money. And so we didn't even buy a dress. We bought fabric. So I made my own dress. But like, I get the feeling that she's coming from like, hey, I want to do something different than what you want.
Right.
Please don't pressure me.
Yeah. Well, and I think for me, the worst part about this is like, she had from the beginning told them like, no, this is my dream wedding dress. This is the thing I want.
This is what I want.
This is her wedding.
And
why in the
people
world
don't
would you
view
think
it that way.
You should...
People don't, like, I wanted a taco bar at my wedding, but I got a lot of comments like, oh, people are going to think it's because so-and-so is Mexican, or people are going to blame it on me, and it's like, it's my wedding. I love tacos.
Like, as much as there's all this, like, the idea of the concept area of bridezilla, right?
Oh,
bride being too controlling. Yeah. Like, it is ultimately the wedding of the two, like, the husband and bride are the only ones that their desires should be.
Hey, don't be heteronormative. It could be two men. It could be two women. It could be two...
You know what? I apologize. That was yeah.
I'm just being antagonistic right now.
Oh, well, I'm thinking, I'm still,
Yeah, we're thinking of...
Legally, you couldn't... 2 men and 2 women couldn't get married up until... Still in a lot of states you can't. So... Yeah. Forgive me for...
We're going to slowly break the stereotype.
Yeah, no, I'm rewriting the thought patterns in my brain as we speak.
That's why I try to say 2 individuals. Right. I'm not always great about it.
Oh, yeah, no, I 100% support gay marriage. I just, sometimes, I'm old enough that my brain has been wired to say things a certain way, and then I have to be like, nope, that's not correct.
Yeah. Well, I was accused of being a bridezilla for not asking for help, and the couple times I did ask for help, I got really annoyed because I got stood off, but that made me a bridezilla.
Can you have a groomzilla? I've never heard the term groomzilla, but that seems totally cool.
As somebody who used to work at a wedding facility, totally a thing.
Okay, cool.
Usually it is a groom who is very stressed out or is overthinking it or has an overbearing family. From my experience of working at one wedding venue in the most expensive county in the U.S.
See, we need more spotlights on groomzillas, I think.
Well... I think the scariest thing is not a groomzilla or a bridezilla, it's a mamazilla.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Which is what they had here.
Oh, my God.
This was a momzilla, right?
Yeah, mom and sister zilla.
Yeah, tag teaming. Oof.
Oh.
Family-zilla?
All the cringe. This one had all the cringe.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm Ryan, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Build Right Roll, where I post about my professional Dungeon Master experiences. You can check out the links in the description if you're interested in hiring a professional DM or looking to level up your own DM skills.
And you can find me, V, at Cringe Queen at Instagram and Twitter, or check me out on YouTube as the Queen of Cringe, and be embarrassed with me.
All right, well, thanks for listening and cringing along with us.
And we'll catch you next time with more awesome cringe content.
We could be beautiful, or maybe
Hello, I am Patrick.
And I'm Andrew. And I'm Christian.
And I'm Allie.
And we are Rad Theater, a podcast where a bunch of friends play role-playing games and share a single brain cell, and the GM doesn't always have it. Oh, and it's theater spelled the correct way, Theatre.